Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2 of Sit Downs with Sharni. Now I've got another special guest today, another newbie to the Collingwood Football Club and Netball Club I should actually say. Jodi-Ann Ward, welcome! Wow.
Thank you, Sharni.
No worries. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come join me today.
Not a problem.
And very exciting. You had your first win this week.
Yay!
Yes, amazing against the Firebirds the other night. And so how are you feeling? How's the team feeling after your first win of the season?
We're actually feeling pretty good. I'm pumped, ready for the next game.
Yeah.
It was good to actually bounce back from those 2 losses and actually get a win. So now we're on the road ahead.
Absolutely. And it just shows the character of the group. Like you said, it's I would imagine, easy to get your head down after a few losses, but to pick yourselves back up and come back fighting would have been a real relief for the group. Was Rob happy?
Oh, yes, he was. He definitely was.
He's not
one to really show the emotions, but we know he was happy.
Yes. Amazing. And obviously, this is your first season, not only with the Collingwood Magpies netball, but also Super Netball. So how's it been so far?
It's been great. It's been great. It's been good to actually play some netball.
Oh,
We've been in this long pre-season. So it was good to actually get there out on court. Yeah.
Yeah, and be free. A lot of us down here in Melbourne are very, very jealous of you. So it is so exciting that you're out there. But also we're just so excited watching you play out there as well. I must say, by the end of the game, you and Jiva just had this incredible connection. Like it was like you just knew where each other were going to be. And the fact that you've only played 3 games together, I know you've obviously been training, but it was really nice just to see that combination coming together. What's it like playing with literally the world's most experienced player?
It's a great feeling. It's really great to know that you have such a leader behind you. You can actually do your job knowing that she's doing her job, knowing that she have your back around there. So yeah, it's really good to actually have her there. Yeah, and I think the connections are getting better the more that we play together, the more that we try to get things right in training, the easier it becomes in games. So yeah, the connection's going. It feels good.
And have you learned much from her?
Sorry?
Have you learned much from her?
Yes, I've actually learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I'd rather not share.
That was the secret. Actually, no, I'm on your side. So maybe after the season's over, then we can get you to share what you've learned from Jiva.
Yeah.
Was she a player that you looked up to on the international stage? Had you watched her play before, or was it kind of a whole new experience when you first came to the club?
I think it's a bit of both. I usually watch her and say, okay, she's very impactful. She have a great impact. She have a great she knows how to read the game. She knows how to get to her players and stuff like that. So I really admired that about her. And to actually experience that firsthand, it's such an amazing feeling. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, you've played 25 caps for Jamaica, which is incredible considering you've been with them for 3 years. Last year, you were in the UK Super League and now you're here in Super Netball. How would you compare all 3 of those competitions?
I think the Super Netball and the international games are pretty much close in comparison compared to the English League, because they're a bit of a cut above the English League. So I think they both prepared me for this. In terms of when I was in England, it was like a step above just training in Jamaica. But then getting those back-to-back games in, because we don't really have that privilege to get those games in internationally. So that actually prepared me for coming here and having to play those intense back-to-back games and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a great stepping stone.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I think sometimes us Australians, we can take Super Netball for granted because it's right here on our backyard. We grow up kind of wanting to play it. But was that your aim and goal as a netballer to come and play in the Super Netball, or was it just something that kind of happened?
It was actually a goal of mine because you know that you don't really want to stay at one level. You always want to go higher and higher and higher. So I feel like I've been getting that done. I've been in the national program, then I've elevated to playing in the Super League, and then here. So I think that it just kept going higher and higher.
Yeah. And have you had it is amazing for you to have that effort and to come over and, you know, literally you've moved your whole life over here to Australia. Like it's huge. Yeah. So continuing going with that, obviously when you first came to Australia and to Melbourne, it was pre-COVID days. You could find a house and be a normal human for a little bit. What was it like walking into a club like Collingwood? Like they've got the football, we've got the netball, we've got the AFLW, obviously huge facilities. Was it a bit of a shock to see a club as big as Collingwood?
Oh, it definitely was. When I walked into the building, I was like, it has such great facilities. And to know that most stuff, actually all the things are actually in one place. Yeah. So I was in awe. I've never actually seen that before.
Yeah.
So it was really great. It was an overwhelming feeling.
It's so cool. And I think
it's one to definitely, sorry.
No, you go.
I would say it's one to definitely remember. I will definitely remember that first time that I stepped foot in the Collingwood building. Yeah.
It's great. And I think obviously you're not able to experience that at the moment being up in Queensland, but I guess as an athlete to know that you've got everything around you possible to be the best athlete that you possibly can be. Yes.
It's such a great privilege.
Yeah. But then all of a sudden, bang, COVID hits. Oh my gosh. How was the process about having to shift over to Perth and stay with your Jamaican girls? Was it a tough decision to make, and how was that time for you personally?
Actually, the decision wasn't really tough. It's just the transition, because I came to Australia not even a few months. I wasn't really here for a long time. And then I was getting settled in Melbourne, and then training was going well. Everything was kind of falling into place, and then COVID hit. So I had to just reshuffle and move over to Perth. It wasn't really hard being there because I had my Jamaican teammates there. So it was like a luxury to actually have them because we didn't really have family. So we were like our own little family.
Yeah, it did. You could tell how much fun you were all having together over there.
We were.
Tell us some stories. What did you all get up to whilst you were over there?
Mostly cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking, TikToks, a bit of games.
I am no good at TikTok. I've posted one video. So are you able to perhaps after this help me get on the TikTok bandwagon?
Yeah, I definitely can. I think you'd be good.
No, have you seen these long, lanky arms? Oh, I think I would just totally embarrass myself, Jodi. I am not trendy like you, my friend. Definitely not. And cooking-wise, what was the meal of the house? Would you all take it in turns? Was there... I know I'm a terrible chef, so whenever I lived in a share house, other people would cook and then I was always cleaning. So what was your role in the house?
We actually took turns, mostly Jamaican dishes.
Yeah? Yes. What's a Jamaican dish?
Oxtail.
What? Oxtail? get an oxtail from?
Cow.
Oh, wow. And
It's actually really delicious.
do you eat it as is? Do you chop it up and put it in a stir fry? Do you fry
We
it?
actually stew.
Yeah.
It's mainly like a stew, but it takes a really long time to cook.
Yeah, I couldn't.
It takes a really long time, but when it's done, it's worth the wait. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, personally, I'm vegetarian, so I'm not going to be eating it anytime soon. But I guess everyone else out there, give oxtail a go. But maybe
I think they should. They definitely should.
Yeah. And then, so you had that beautiful family time with your Jamaican girls, which is so good because I can't imagine the stress it would have been on your mental health. Like you said, coming to Melbourne, going to Perth, then coming back. But then, was the season going ahead? Was it not? Now it is. And you're in Queensland, which would be just so exciting to play. But who is your roomie in Queensland?
I actually have two.
Oh, what?
So it's Naya and Jiva.
Yes. So you've got two roomies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two amazing roomies.
Amazing roomies.
Yeah.
Why is this? Are they clean? Are they messy? What's the goss? Do you all get along well?
We get along well, and they're very clean.
Good.
They're very clean. We actually give each other a lot of space, so we're not always in each other's face and stuff like that. So it feels like home. Yeah, it definitely feels like home because you wouldn't really see your teammates every day when you're back in Melbourne. So
yeah,
it's actually good that we actually understand each other and know when we need space. Yeah.
And that can take people ages. So at the start, it was probably so hard to get to know them because obviously you had to go over to Perth in that downtime. But now you would know them more than ever, and you probably definitely will after this amount of time together.
Yeah.
So getting back into the netball side of things, how was that back-to-back game? Because it's not something, obviously you do it at international level, but not so much at this domestic level. So how was that, having to play those two games in such a short amount of time?
I think it's really hard. It's really hard because you have to, none of the games are easy. So you can't say, okay, this is an easy game, so we can recover well afterwards, or we can just ease into it. All the games are intense, so it's really hard to actually get your body prepared for another intense game after having played one. So it's really hard. It's really hard, and having to get your game preps and stuff like that, analysis. It's really hard to actually, because you need time to actually study a team. So to get all that analysis in and all your body prep, it's everything crammed in. Yeah. But we just have to make it work.
Yeah, and you obviously did such an amazing job at being able to do that because we came up with the win. Yeah. So a few days recovery now before you've got fever on Saturday afternoon, and you're coming up against your Jamaican partner, Janelle. So have you got all the goss on her and what you need to do coming up on Saturday?
There's not really a lot of goss that you can actually get on a Jenny Fowler.
Yeah.
Because she is so strong. She's like a target shooter. So it's just about getting taking all those stuff that you need to do out in front. So we just have to ensure that we do our own roles first. And with doing our own roles, sticking to our structures and stuff like that, I think we'll be okay. I think it will be hard. It definitely will be hard because, I mean, have you seen the scores that they've been scoring so much? So it's just for us to try and break that momentum that they have going on. Yeah. It's going to be a tough challenge, but we're up for it.
Yeah. Do you feel because of that, with that they have high scores, do you put a bit more pressure on yourself in regards to knowing that? Or do you just feel like, nah, I just know what I've got to do and I'm just going to go out and do it?
Actually, it's not really pressured thinking. You don't really want to think about how much they've scored. Actually, when you're playing, you just want to ensure that you're doing your job. And once you're doing your job, they won't be able to score as much. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just that build up.
Yeah. And that's the best mindset to have.
Yeah.
So last one for netball. You and Jiva did a mini lift last week. And, you know, it was in the dying moments of the game when you need things to go your way and you can just make something happen. But for everyone that's watching, how much time and effort do you put into practicing something like that for it just to pop out once at the end of a game?
Actually, it's not really something that we practice a lot. It's just that in the moment you have to try stuff.
No way!
You actually have to try stuff because they actually had a good thing going on in their shooting circle. So we actually had to try and mix it up to see if we can get ball, and we did that, and yay, we got a ball off that.
That is so... It's so impressive, the fact that you just had to come up with that on the spot. But I guess at the end of the day, that's why you're playing at the top level as well. But that is incredible. So more of that, please. Maybe this weekend. So that's it for the netball chat. I do like to finish off my interviews with a little bit of fun stuff. So first of all, you said that your next holiday destination would be Las Vegas, which is the party city. If you were to go to Las Vegas, what would you do? Like, would you be heading to the casinos? Would you be going out and doing fun stuff?
I think the casinos, they look super fun. Actually, watching it on TV. That's the one place that I really want to see, a big Las Vegas casino. Yeah.
I would really love that too. My only fear is, I think, because apparently they're light all day and night, I don't know if I could do it. Like, I'm just such a grandma these days.
I think you would. In the moment, you would.
Okay. It'll just take me maybe a few months to recover.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah.
So maybe we can reconvene after COVID's over. We'll meet up in Vegas.
Yeah.
I think we might be a bad mix, so let's not do that. And last one for today, I'd like to finish off with a bit of a game. So last week, Molly was a real trooper and I got her to squawk like a magpie.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to make you do that today. I'm feeling a bit nicer. So, but you, as a defender, I want you to defend this topic. So I'm going to say to you, Australia is better than Jamaica, right? And I've been to Jamaica once, but not that often. And I didn't see much, so I don't know if it is better or not. But you have to defend to me now for 1 minute. I'm going to get the timer up. Right. And if you can defend Jamaica for a minute, then you will be the winner. But if you can't, then I think Australia is the winner. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready. Go!
Jamaica has better beaches. Jamaica has great food. We have the best music. We have the coolest clubs. We have the best sprint athlete. We have a great netball team. We have
Sunshine Girls. Yeah. What about, I think you're better dancers than us.
Yes, we do have better dancers than you guys. We have great singers.
Yeah. And look, that's 45 seconds, and I think that that's really well done. So, good work on defending your country. You are officially still a sunshine girl, and we haven't brought you over to our Aussie ways yet. But I just want to say a huge thank you for joining us here today. It's so nice to get to learn so much more about you and how you're all going in quarantine. And we're just, on behalf of myself and the rest of the Magpie Army, we're just wishing you all the best this weekend against the Fever.
Oh, thank you for having me, Sharni. Yay!
Yeah. See you, girlfriend.
See ya. Bye.